Yes people, and welcome back to AJ Cars and welcome back to another video on the E46 drift car project build. Now in the last few videos there has been a few things wrong with this car, but luckily for me today, well I hope today anyway, there is no problems and we are actually putting some modifications on this car. We are starting the modifications, we are starting to change the look of this car today, and eventually it's going to be show build. So this is the first piece to the puzzle. Let's go through the bits we're putting on today. So the first thing we're going to be doing is changing out this rear bumper. I personally do not like this rear bumper. This is the SE because it is a 323i SE. Now this has the whole body on it bar the M Sport side skirts, which as you can see are no longer there. They actually flew off on the bypass, unfortunately for me, because they weren't bolted in at the bottom. But that'll need repairing and putting back on. It's going to be color coded anyway, so I'm not too bothered about that. But what we're focusing on today is the rear bumper. Now I have the M Sport rear bumper, which is a pretty similar bumper. However, it doesn't have this little bottom piece. These reflectors aren't here, and it does have 4 sensors. Now as you can see, this doesn't have sensors. I'm not too fussed about it because I don't think you can get an M Sport rear bumper without them, unless it's, I think it's maybe called an M Tech one, but they're extremely expensive and I wasn't too fussed because it's sort of an OEM look on these sensors, so it should look pretty good. It's got a nice diffuser on the bottom down here as well, which we painted gloss black. So I think this is going to make the rear end look very, very nice. Next, we are going to be putting new wheels on this car. Now, I'm not a rich person and I'm not really one for finance. So what I've done is I've gone out and I've bought some new wheels. Yes, they are reps. Now, I don't care. I think personally reps don't look that much different to genuine wheels, and they are BBS LM reps. Now I'll do this as if they're not reps. They are reps, the same as the Golf, literally exactly the same. 8J on the front, 8.5 on the front, 9.5 on the back, ET35. They're going to have the studs in them. They're a dish. We're going to paint them not a chrome, it's called mercury chrome, so it's going to be similar to the Golf look, that mirrored colour, which I think would look really good on this car. To be fair, I have seen a couple of them with BBSs and they do look good. I just can't afford genuines. I don't care. Slap me in the comments for all I get on. I don't care. Reps all the way. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to fly down to the workshop. There's a chance I might not be able to record in there because of all, you know, registrations and stuff private. It's confidential, so I'm going to try and get as much on film as I can. However, you might end up just seeing the final product. I'm going to get little snippets here and there. If I can't film, I probably can. However, I'm going to try my best. Let's get these on the car. I think this is going to make a massive difference to the car. So stay tuned. Let's go.
So the first thing you're going to want to do is go into your boot. Luckily for me, I haven't put the felt in yet, so it's easy access. But you will find 3 nuts either side. That's what bolts to the rear beam. Next, you're going to want to go to the edges of your quarters, and there should be 2 metal clips. You want to separate the bumper from these clips. Once you've done that, you can go to the bottom of the bumper and take out your pushing clips. Once they've been taken out, you should be able to give the bumper a little bit of a wiggle and slot it backwards, because these are on sliders. Don't pull it sideways, pull it backwards, and there you have your bumper. Should be able to come off pretty easily, just like that. And there you go, there is one old bumper. Now it's time to put the new one on. So putting the bumper back on, same principle as before. You slide it on onto the sliders down the side. Don't push it in from the sides. Once you've got that on, you can then put your 3 nuts straight back in the back, both sides. That'll give the bumper some sturdiness. Then you can go down to the bottom, put your pushing clips, attach your metal clips at the top, and there you have your bumper, as simple as that.
Now eventually I am getting a new exhaust, so these twin pipes, obviously they don't fit, but it doesn't really matter because they are getting changed at some point. So but that is the final product. So people, it is actually a different day now. We did get the bumper on in the end, however we didn't get the wheels on because putting the tyres on, we ended up scratching them unfortunately. So we ended up doing them again, and I've only just got them on about a week later, but they look absolutely mint. Check it out. Now, I'm extremely happy with how this looks at the minute. The fitment was a bit of an issue. I did end up cutting the arches. I didn't put that on the video, but they are cutting them because they have a huge lip and they didn't fit because these are 19s. So they are very big. As you can see, they look huge. But I got it working. I cut the arches, sealed it all back up, made it look pretty. Front maybe sits a little bit too high in my opinion. I'm not sure. I might be able to lower it a little bit, but the rear is actually as high as it will go. Let me show you. Now that is the rear fitment. Now that is literally, apologies for the background noise, there's someone hammering over there. That is as high as the car will go on the rear. Now they are tucked up into that. As you can see, I can just about get one finger in there. Now that is, I've cut all this, sealed it back up. That is as high as it'll go. Now I had to take the space off. The spaces were an absolute nightmare because they were seized on, just like everything was seized on the front. They were seized on the rear, but we got them off. Now the wheels are on and they look so good, and I'm pretty happy with that rear fitment, if I'm being honest, because it is pretty close to the rear bumper as well, as you can see there. That's what's going to catch, I think. I don't think the arch is going to catch. I think it's going to be the rear bumper. So if I wanted that any lower, I would have to shave that down, but I'm very happy with the rear. However, moving on to the front of it, obviously previous owner rolled these wings. Now they're absolutely battered. I am going to get new wings at some point, but for the time being they fit very nice because they are rolled. Now I don't know how it's going to play out when I don't have rolled wings. I might have to take the spaces off the front, I'm not sure, or roll them again, just do a better job than that. But that is the front fitment of the minute. It does sit a lot higher than the rear, don't get me wrong, because that is in the arch. This one's below it, which I'm not too worried. It is a daily car at the minute. It's going to get there eventually, but that is going to be like that for a while now until I have the courage to actually lower the front anymore. And you also notice the side skirt's back on. That was a bonus because that was snapped, as you can see. I haven't actually repaired it. I've just literally put it back on so it looks a little bit better because I was sick of seeing it without it. But yeah, that is the fitment. I'm pretty happy with that. Now that is what the car looks like as it sits right now. Obviously there is loads more we need to do. Definitely get an M3 front bumper because that SE looks awful. Get new wings, and I'm also going to be getting a new exhaust, colour coding the sills as well as another thing, actual paintwork, sorting everything out, rust spots, scratches. But I think I'm umming and ahhing whether to get the exhaust next or the wings next. I'm not sure. I'll have to surprise you with what exhaust I'm going to be putting on it because this one doesn't actually fit. It's got twin pipe and it's ended up melting the diffuser slightly, but I'll live with that. We'll sort that out afterwards. But that is going to be it for today. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Stay tuned for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.